10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Too far off of what they did in the last game, like the same kind of base concept. They have two similar cores, so how different can it be? But we'll see what SG Esports are able to do with this Weaver. Let's see how successful Ron is going to be. Leap for sure is going to be really nice at trying to survive in that mid lane, but gotta make sure you don't use it too early. Still land, and Anti-Mage able to blink in as well. The Mirana is... I'm always kind of 50-50 on the Mirana. First of all, she has like the worst cosmetic. It's horrendous, but yeah, the lane control always seems like it's a little bit of a toss-up, and I'm not really sure where the Lich is going to end up here for SG, just to have Bardino bouncing around between lanes, giving those sacrifices. Not really sure where the Spirit Breaker is running in from, but it's a little bit too far. He can't arrive, and that's just great recognition there from SG Esports, saying that, oh, our Earthshaker is losing mana, which usually is just a straight bad thing. You're like, oh shit, my Earthshaker is losing mana, time to run away, but no, they had the heroes there, and with one level only on this Anti-Mage, and having already committed it into Mana Break, it's an incredibly aggressive move there from the Taka side. It's saying that we want to fight you. If you're going to fight over this rune, we're fine fighting back, but it's kind of a common trap. Like, you gotta save your skill points until you see what's going on.
The battle begins.
The prize is mine. A golden thread.
Dino is going to do pretty standard Lich stuff right now. Sack the first creep. You want to give that mid lane a level advantage ASAP if possible. And it actually will be, never mind, still Masha moving out of his lane towards top lane Anti-Mage. Thought maybe we'll grab that bounty rune and maybe switch off afterward. I've seen some of those heroes, but no, I Hate Anime is on the mid lane, and he will have probably just as good a lane, if not even better, than the AM ADR arrow onto the Spirit Breaker. We'll stop the charge, but he'll still take Gale, a couple right clicks, and will lose a lot of HP. This is not an easy lane for Mirana, and Mirana's lane control is really always going to be kind of limited with her base damage, her super slow moving projectile, and if she's going to get Plague Warriored here, then she really can't do much about that except for slowly chipping out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Charge is coming in. I think he did run over that obs, so PTT is spotted. And they'll never really be able to kill off a Weaver, so they might as well take the value trades while they can get him just for damage. Works out pretty well. Speaking of working out pretty well, an arrow lands on the mid lane, and that is with no leap amplification with this attack speed, but still they should have this kill. He's kind of cornered. He actually can't move. Stuck in between two heroes, and that is going to be a nice arrow setup, forcing Venomancer down a super narrow corridor like that, and the arrow kind of, you know, plays itself. Says still on this top lane, yes, is not currently spotted, but this puck really doesn't have that much aggressive power versus an Anti-Mage. You can see that one right click for damage, whatever. The Shadow Shaman with the shackles, the Anti-Mage now with the blink, can very easily just jump in towards the puck. drain out a little bit of mana seemingly for free. So the puck does have to worry about that, but as long as the Posta stays in the trees, he probably is just going to get all the experience he could ever want. You know, occasionally denied here and there. Puck has to make sure that he has eyes up on the Shadow Shaman, because with Antimage by himself, he can't kill him. The Spear Breaker coming in, they might be able to. Laposa is awkwardly cut off now from his tower, and he should know that something's up. He does have an orb to the low ground, and I think he should be fine. The charge, I'm assuming, is going to get phase shifted, but then he's immediately going to get shackled and jump in. Shackle. Oh, 4 for 4 canceled. That's just one of those things where you don't expect the cast range to actually work at that distance, so I don't really blame him for that.
Regeneration. Who spoiled that shot?
See Theo, he's just interested in just harassing back a little bit. Can I hit anime enough, you'll be able to land an arrow, but as far as combos are concerned for this mid lane, Earthshaker Mirana really isn't one unless you're able to, again, funnel someone down a super narrow corridor, or make sure that they're actually pinned against a wall and literally cannot move to land an arrow. Fisher's stun doesn't last long enough for an arrow to actually arrive in time, so Theo can't really do all that much here to set up for kills, at least not super easily, but in the meantime, just sticking around, making sure this lane is not entirely safe for I hate anime. ADR has grabbed quite a bit of CS. It's pretty much an entirely even lane, and now with that Ring of Aquila, oh, they get the courier snipe up top. That's bad. Anime's lane just got even worse, because he's not going to have any more regen.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tried to go for the Lich, ended up dropping him very, very low. Killing off a Lich as any hero by yourself, you know, just with, like, say, Batrider kills off a Lich is actually really nice. Usually it's just viewed as just another support hero, but when you get this many sacrifices out, level 2 in the spell, and you just keep spamming it, you end up becoming a really high level hero. And that means that the kills are going to give you a lot of experience back. I hit anime though in a little bit of trouble perhaps. Fissure is going to wall him off. Chances of Totem Sun is there with this double Star Storm. Gets them the kill. ADR is going to now grab Phase Boots, which is going to get him quite a bit of extra distance here. He is going to get charged one more time, and while PTT lands right clicks in. 4 for 4 is going to get in range for a Shackle. Can they actually kill off the Shaker? He does have the Arcane Boot, so he's a little bit fast here. There is a charge coming in. Bardino going to activate the Shrine, and Theo is going to survive. Turning around now for a 2-man fissure. Bardino doesn't have any more offensive power, but they land another Enchant Totem. PTT dead to the Lich, and 4 for 4 does not have boots. They can continue chasing. Theo, keep going, man. He's not going to get into his shrine. He's just dead here. Just a 1 right click from the Lich again. Double kill for Bardino. The Lich rotations are real, and I think they may be able to even stick around. They have an Invis Rune on the Earthshaker, and maybe another opportunity on I Hate Anime, though they do miss that arrow. Starstorm still does a lot of damage. ADR does have a leap out. We'll get some back here. They'll turn around, race for the Venomancer, but from the high ground, Venomancer gets the kill. A little bit of miscommunication there, perhaps from SGE, as to what should be done in that mid lane. But losing the Mirana twice, that hurts despite the gains that they've made. And over on the bottom lane, Shadowburn is trying to chase after this Lich, but has to reconsider. The damage is just enough with that Shikuchi to get another kill for Bardino. Again, I don't know how he's getting all these last hits.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Scan is going to reveal the Lich, or see the Lich. They'll see the Earthshaker, and I think the scan was still red, so they know that there's 3 heroes here. Bob's going to see PTT, and they of course know Masha's here, so it's incredibly easy to get on top of these heroes. But wow, ADR solo kills the Shadow Shaman in the meantime, while they're jockeying for position up towards this top lane. Shadow Shaman picked off in the river, not much room to juke out an arrow there. Truly amazing camera work, I know, guys. Be jealous, but they're still now looking to apply pressure to this Anti-Mage. I love it when teams do this. Like, you may give the Anti-Mage a couple levels to start, but in the end, if you're able to apply that pressure, it doesn't really matter. Coil now onto 2 heroes, orbing through as well. 444 taking a lot of damage right now. He will tackle, but it'll immediately be canceled by Theo. This Enchant Totem is working overtime. Chain Frost onto Masha. Land, but it won't do quite enough damage. PDT should be brought down by the Puck. Shadowburn looking for a target into Theo, into I Hate Anime. They're gonna corner the Lich. It's all this slow. They're for sure gonna get this kill. Puck is going to jump out of there, and it will be Anti-Mage jumping in, ending a killing spree, catapulting him forward into that Battle Fury Power Tread build. But still, the damage has kind of already been done. They lose 2 for that Lich. That is really, really expensive.
Double damage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has been denied.
Do get the mid lane tower denied. Rana with the there, just trying to get that tower down, and it is down, which is going to open up the map quite a bit now. As far as options are concerned, they do have that Moonlight Shadow, so ADR can roam around pretty freely, but still making sure Masha is not able to farm the lane. At this point, it is very rare to see Anti-Mages not in lane farming. Theo is just pushing him back with the arcane boots that he has, with the stick as well. Mana break, yeah, still hurts the Shaker's mana pool, hurts his condition quite a bit, but he will be able to manage through that. PTT is going to land a charge onto Theo, but he doesn't have any true sight. That's just the charge, and now he's in an awkward spot. Overpour as well is walled off in the tree, so he literally cannot come here to help in. And they'll throw out the Chain Frost, which is going to bounce a couple of neutrals, bounce back to I Hate Anime, back to neutrals, back to I Hate Anime. It takes a lot of damage, and now even hits Masha twice. They don't have enough backup coming in, but they will drop the coil regardless onto the Venomancer. Laposa doesn't have another orb, but is not willing to throw it in. Where is this Mirana? She's killing the bat elsewhere. They do land the orb. Silence onto the Shadow Shaman, but the Lich, 1 level of ice armor, not really sure if it's going to save him here. Weaver has arrived, he's going to gun straight for the Venomancer. A couple right clicks with the orb will get the kill. Bardino wasting so much time. He'll eventually be brought down. Masha blinks straight into a Mirana, and now PTT. He is in an awkward spot to say the least. Bug tracking is there, so they see exactly where he's going. Orb flying through will kill off the Space Cow. Now looking for the Shadow Shaman, and another arrow will connect. Double kill for ADR, and ultimately everyone on Taka dies. Really all over the map, but it's a full team wipe for SG Esports, even getting the Weaver involved.
We go unseen.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yes.
They perfect chain stun the Anti-Mage in the mid lane. That didn't look like the arrow should have done that much stun duration, but it worked out anyway. There's ice armor on the Mirana. She does have a lead. She'll get up to the high ground. Batrider can chase, but only Batrider can chase. Never mind. They'll have the Spirit Break thrown in there as well. Chain Frost is out, though. Will bounce back to Shadowbird with the Starstorm. They'll kill off PTT. The Ancient's going to keep the Chain Frost bouncing. Will it bounce back to Shadowbird? No, but they'll have an orb and right clicks. They don't need more Chain Frost. I hate anime. You better start believing, because you need anime escape for this. Actually, well, never mind. Laposa's lagging behind a little bit. It looks like he will be able to get out of there. Obviously, ADR was forced to rotate out very early on there, but with Moonlight Shadow, everyone else will survive. But this is looking like such a different game compared to the last where Taka were challenging SGE across all lanes. They were ahead in net worth, maybe not by a huge amount, but they're still doing just fine for themselves in this game. They're getting absolutely stomped.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Lane that is currently devoid of heroes, this bottom lane is going to be where Taka are going to get some farm, some pressure back towards the Radiant, but SGE don't really care at all about that because top lane is being pushed by the Weaver. With Lightstone, he doesn't. But still, just his constant persistence on this top lane will eventually bring it down, and he's been here for a very long time now. The tower will be taken tier 2, and yeah, they may lose a tier 1, but they're looking actually for 2 tier 2s. Also pushing in towards this mid lane. And I mean, just looking at the net worth right now, like, it's obviously in SG Esports' favor. I do feel like, though, Theo perhaps doesn't have as much net worth as he has really earned, because he has been doing so much work as this Earthshaker, like so many stuns landing on pretty much everyone, set up for anti-mage kills, and really just denying Taka a lot of space to move around. 2 tier 2s now down, and the tier 1 really, are you it's not even going to be taken. They will hex up the Shaker, but 4x4 is dead here. Oh no, that's 2 tier 2 towers, tower deny, and nothing for Taka. Maybe even a little bit worse actually. Spirit Breaker will orb, arrow will connect from the north. I didn't even know ADR was still there. This is looking like this game is just off the rails here for Taka. They have no control at all.
Tis mine.
Perfect. We go. Unseen.
Strange time to hibernate.
It does feel like this game is going actually perfectly for SG Esports. Like, just look at the textbook definitions of like support hero. So your cores win the lanes, and Theo has smashed the lane. Virginio as well, perhaps not as in not the same fashion, but still he's made the rotations as Lich. He's threw out great Chain Frost, has been there for the experience. They have won the lanes for these cores of SGE, and you can't really say the same about 4x4. Shadow Shaman just now hits level 6, but has done, I think we can say nothing for this team, and Spirit Breaker has tried as much as he could have tried, but he just didn't really have what it takes to match these rotations from SGE, so they're just getting catapulted ahead thanks to good performances from these supports, and it's even culminating into some now big rewards for them. Earthshaker maxed out in the Aftershock, has a Blink Dagger 15 minutes in as a support Shaker. That's pretty disgusting.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yes.
See Masha.
Shadow.
Masha, he was thinking about going in there, but he's like, eh, there's a puck nearby. Theo's still gonna jump in. Fissure will be dodged by the blink, but they still have a coil. They'll deploy it first thing. They need more stuns right now. They are gonna silence out the blink, the Chant Totem, and they have an arrow. They had Echo Slam also, but they didn't even need it, not even close. They killed him, and over in the bottom lane, Bard in a little bit of trouble. Chain Frost has stopped, and they will take out the Lich. For an anti-mage and a Shadow Shaman, again, these are just not worth it, especially since SG, they're really looking to continue this fight. Laposa doesn't have a coil, but oh my god, ADR just jumped into the enemy base? Are you kidding, man? Careful, man. He has a double damage rune. He's feeling himself a little bit too much, but it's not punished. He doesn't really care. It's 14k net worth lead for SGE.
The prize is mine.
Masha has the weirdest item build I've ever seen in my life. He's like, not sure what he should be getting. He's like, well, I know I want Battle Fury and Power Treads, so let's just build them both evenly and not get either. So, I mean, he'll eventually get boots, I'm sure. I mean, it's not like boots would have helped him before. But, yeah, he's slowly getting to that Battle Fury. It's going to be 19 minutes. It's so glacially slow. Is there a Blink Dagger on Shadowburn? Only a drum on the Bat Rider. He does have a Blink Echo and a Blink Puck. Like, it's just no contest. ADR is going to grab the Aegis in the meantime, as the Posto was just kind of baiting in the mid lane while his allies were clearing it enough objectives. There is still no Desolator on the Weaver, but there's a Lincoln Spirit. I don't know how they kill a Weaver through Lincoln. TP out attempts from the Venomancer. I Hate Anime will survive, but the Anti-Mage also got jumped on top lane. Blink Echo, Anti-Mage, where are you at? This is just going off the rails. Like, they're all dying everywhere. Not even, like, from huge movements from SG, just by small squads. There's no space for him to farm. He can't leave his base without being spotted. We got Obs on the dark side secret shop area, so they'll see Masha if he goes in that direction. Everyone else is chilling near this top lane, so obviously they'll just run into him if he's going in that direction. Nowhere to farm. It does feel like for Taka, you know, maybe some of these issues could have been alleviated by perhaps keeping Masha in the mid lane. That's where we've seen him thrive, take lanes at worst evenly pretty much every single time, and keep I Hate Anime in that safe lane. Just try to keep them in their comfort zone, because it doesn't seem like, you know, despite the fact that Masha is very comfortable in the Anti-Mage, and Venomancer, I Hate Anime, they may be very comfortable as well. It seems like their lanes and their matchups just not quite working out well enough. Another Moonlight Shadow is there. I don't really know if they saw it, but they're playing as if they did. But I mean, yeah, you're in your base not farming. That's still just fine for SGE. Have those power treads soon, get so many item slots. But in the meantime, like, yeah, Anti-Mage does have that, so in theory he could farm faster. But again, wherever he goes, he's most likely going to be spotted moving out. Like, look at this. This is a Radiant Obs. It's a Radiant Obs on top lane and bottom lane, so the Anti-Mage just, like, actually can't leave this base without poking out to try to get to the Radiant jungle to farm. Like, it sounds ridiculous, and it is, but in this meeting, everyone on SGE, like, we got Costa just farming the mid lane, Mirana and Shaker, they're farming the jungle and the top lane. They're farming absolutely everywhere. And Taka are farming one lane at a time, sometimes when they're able to get in there. Look, Masha actually is smoked up, and he is just gonna make a big push to the enemy jungle. That's where the gold is, man. That's gonna find that gold. Actually was, well, he's gonna show himself. I know that he's up to something. There was a puck farming that's this area as well, so he's actually going to return after basing. So Masha is, yeah, gonna get some gold together, but well, is he gonna stick around here? He does have a TP. No Yule Scepter yet, and people are dying in the meantime as Costa's just gonna cut the wave again and just snipe the poor Shadow Shaman. No way to survive that as Shadow Shaman, especially up against Lincoln Sphere.
Yes.
A golden thread.
Oh Masha. He doesn't have a creep wave with him, so an Echo Slam won't do all that much. They're going to run into TT instead. Oh my god, that damage. Okay, Chain Frost, sure. Dead. Earthshaker is still stalking Masha. Perfect position. Where's the help? It's coming in very quickly in the form of a Weaver. Enchant Totem and Echo Slam. Oh, he may be blinking out here. Costa's Swarm will be off the mark. Masha, though, is just on the run, blinking deep into the... He's dodging the Echo Slam, in fact. Little bit fortunate there for the Anti-Mage to get out of that situation, but ultimately, yeah, he kills 2-3 creep waves. ADR is doing the exact same on top lane, so any farm that he gets is being matched and then some by SGE. Still get that style on route. Shadowburn is picked up 600 gold since I last checked like 5 minutes ago. That feels really bad. And any one hero's got to be really careful. Mirana at this point with the Lincoln Sphere can throw out arrows very freely. Between that and the heal bottle, like her mana generation is so high, and 444. Please mercy for the Shadow Shaman. He doesn't deserve it. Okay. Really the items they're waiting for. The Desolate lets them do damage, and ADR with his Dragonlance is able to shoot from very far away in order to kind of abuse that lack of armor. That is going to be tower down. Plague Wards are starting to be built up. They're level 4. They're still just two-shotted by the Mirana, so some free farm for her right there. Shadowburn up in the skies now is looking for maybe something to do, but they are going to actually catch wind of the Anti-Mage. Teleporting up the high ground will be fine. They right to a tower, and that of course means shrines will be taken, which of course is going to open up the door for that next Roche, which I want to say is already locked up for SG Esports unless something disastrous happens. Pushing bottom, he's trying. We can see SGE though, they're slowly getting like more and more impatient with this AM. They're sending more and more heroes down to that bottom lane every single time. Because in the meantime, Vaughn is literally untouchable up toward top lane. And they'll actually run into the Anti-Mage, Coil and Silence, all there with the Orb. He is getting a lot of Shrine regeneration. He's going to blink out, but he actually snaps the Coil and will be taken down just by Puck Weaver. Meantime, they're chasing after ADR. Ice Armor does go. Chain Frost as well. Gonna start bouncing the heroes. Mirana, is she gonna die here? She has no leap. She already used it. And Bardino as well is gonna take a lot of damage here from the charge in. Nether Strike as well. They'll lose 2 for 1. But here comes Costa. He's gonna look for the... No, not the Shadow Shaman. Okay, he's gonna teleport out in time. He'll survive. Looks like the Mirana wasn't quite as untouchable as she perhaps thought. I perhaps thought. But still, they lose the Anti-Mage, so no matter how much gold you get from killing off those heroes, you're not getting anything done in the meantime.
Quick sprint. Holy shot! Unstoppable!
Okay is called. And the Posta is getting a sick amount of farm. He was going for Yules, still is going for Yules, and has it on the curve, but on top... Ooh. On top of that, he also has Hand of Midas, which I think he was going for Yules, and he's like, wait, I can just get Midas. So he picked up the Midas and a level 1 Dagon. So, you know, I think this Puck has enough gold to last the rest of the game, not to mention the fact that he's level 17, 26 minutes in, so he's gunning towards that 420 GPM mighty quick. Get your Shiva's Guard, your Yule Scepter, Dagon 5. All the good stuff here for the Puck. In the meantime, Weaver also collecting heads all over the place. Has actually not died in this game. So yeah, Desolator, Lincoln Sphere, another 3,300 gold. it does feel like the puck has, like, I mean, with this type of itemization, like, it feels like the puck has more net worth right now. It's like contributing a little bit more because Weaver has gone for these like really expensive items, holding a lot of gold in cash and not in items. But I mean, you buy whatever you want as the Weaver. Straight Dragonlance. And I can see the Weaver getting away with that. This BKB though is going to be a game-winning item. At least in theory, it's supposed to be an item that they pick up to win the game off of. Like once the BKB comes up, Taka can lasso him, but they can't kill him. I don't know who that is. Maybe I should. I think in order to be in the loop, you first got to learn the language. And yeah, I haven't. I don't know how your non-English languages are right now. I was up to there until the last word. I don't know what that one is. I have like actually like an elementary school Spanish education. That's when my Spanish education stopped. Oh. That's all you need, man. Like, I don't know how much Dota Spanish there is, but I mean that's definitely not as useful in general. No more guacamole, please. That's all the words, you know? You're forced to pick up... Well, hopefully 4for4 can come back here in some reasonable time frame. I mean, you're good. Yeah, I absolutely need their Shadow Shaman in this game to win. There's no doubt about that, but he hasn't really been doing his team many favors, just constantly being picked off, so... The difference is maybe a little bit small, but he's also had a couple of internet. It's really all of Taka, Tavo. Well, this might be like the after effects of that loss in game 1. Like that is a really tilting way to lose, where you're ahead, you're controlling the entire game, and then oops, no buyback, and then you lose. So it is like that the kind of small metagame that develops in the best of 5. Usually you see it in how teams change their bans and change their picks after what worked, what didn't work. But also it's like you're going to be, if you do lose this as Taka, you gotta win 3 in a row up against SGE. Like, you have to reset to 0 and hope that even being reset to 0 is good enough to beat a team that many would consider the favorites. It's not an easy task, so certainly just trying to break even here, force a pure best of 3 scenario is obviously what you want to do, just keep your head in the game, but not the easiest thing in the world. Is being charged. There's a lot of backup here. Bardino's going to show himself off. PTT still charging in. Theo's going to jump away. They do have the Moonlight Shadow Fissure. Not going to connect on the Spirit Breaker with the focus of the lasso. Shaker should be dealt with, as well as pass on to Bardino. They'll take down the 2. Although if they get a Fissure out, it's not going to do all that much. Taka do make a really, really nice aggressive move onto SGE and take out the 2 supports. Not exactly you want to kill off, but beggars can't be choosers.
Regeneration!
The prize is mine.
A high-level Shaker, a high-level Lich, at least above normal. Still, they are just support heroes, so they'll be up soon. The Weaver on the bottom lane has Lincoln to BKB. I'm not really sure if it's even worth Taka's time. Let's say they get Refresher Orbs right now, get back to Lasso, get back to Nether Strike. Is that actually going to be enough to kill off this Weaver? It is not an easy yes. It is definitely debatable, at least. They have now 2 BKBs, actually. One on the Marana, one on that Weaver with an Aegis Cheese perhaps available to them. Looking for a pick off first. Please let it not be Shadow Shaman. This guy's had enough. Let's say with the Desolator, they don't actually care about getting a pick. They're just going to straight in, and Taka, they should probably know about this, but at the same time, it's dead already.
The Radiant.
Doesn't exactly bode well, and now this also doesn't bode well. They were doing a good job at focusing what needs to be focused up towards top. Range racks over melee with just chip damage, and I think they should be able to just walk in and claim the rest of the range racks at least. Hat Rider, where is you want to take to the skies now? Dagger has the lasso. Danger is going to be used perhaps a little bit early for cover, but has to also burn through this Lincoln Spear. Both of the 2 frontliners have Lincolns, and the Hat Rider doesn't have any way of canceling Lincolns by himself, so what they need to do is use the charge on the Spirit Breaker and then immediately blink Lasso afterwards. It is very, very difficult to do properly. And it'll cost them a Rax as they try to scramble for some split switch on bottom lane. Mardinho Chain Frost gonna put a quick hit to those anti-mage illusions. Looks like they're gonna go for top and bottom, perhaps over top and mid. Mage is now gotta leave. They're gonna actually smoke up. There is no one on the bottom lane. I'm pretty sure Taka know that they left top. They didn't see the mid, so they should be on bottom lane. That's the logical assumption there. Weaver's gonna blow his cover, but everyone else still moving. The anti-mage, and usually when you kill off the creep wave, you go into the jungle. No, not quite. He will get hit with the coil though. And now the silence. He already used the Mantis style. And with the Echo Slam, this will drop him very low and drop him. They will get a really nice Nova off in the middle, but there's just no more consistent damage being dealt here. Burn will be dealt with. ADR and Costa is jumping forward, looking for a little bit more. Arm the Serpent Wards instead. Buyback on the Bat Rider is going to be committed here. Well, maybe they'll take out the Weaver. No, they can't actually shackle him. The range, the speed at which Shadow Shaman moves is just a little bit too slow. Mage is down for 40, and yeah, SG, they have 2 heroes, but they still have Aegis and Cheese, so they can still make a play happen here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Son of a...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Using Mantis, kind of panicky there. You obviously, in theory, want to use Mantis style to get rid of that puck silence and then immediately blink out, but used it a little bit too early and the silence stuck. He actually did live for quite a long time, considering how the difference in time between when they actually caught him and when they actually killed him, but very little bit off there from Taka. Smoke up is going to be blown as Raposa does going to reveal PTT, immediately blink coil, and with the Dagon, my god! Okay, Puck is now a damage dealer. Is that a level 5 Dagon? It's only level 4. But either way, Spirit Breaker down for 40, no buyback. Weaver in the front does have Lincolns and Keys. And because they don't have that Spirit Breaker, they don't have that charge to break the Lincoln. So whoever's on that front line is almost completely immune to that Bat Rider unless somehow the Shadow Shaman gets in there. Actually, no, they do have a Force Staff on the Venom Ant. Didn't even cross my mind that an Anti-Mage would be in that. I understand sometimes we see a couple of heroes teleport into Shrine back there and try to get a wraparound, but there is no Shrine, so he's up there. Big charge in onto 3 heroes. Will do quite a bit of damage to Shaker. Is going to die before getting the Echo Slam off, but Costa with the BKB is just going to stand and fight. And the Mirana, yeah, she has an Aegis, but that's actually what it's for. That's 2 down already, looking for a 3rd. Another good charge onto the Weaver with the Super Wards firing him, but he's going to chow down on the cheese. It's good for you. It's calcium. Triple for ADR. SG called that. Is going to be one convincing game from SG Esports. And now Taka have the Herculean task of winning 3 games in a row to actually win.
I wanna go